Alright, 2011 AIME Form 1, Problem 1, and it says jar A contains 4 liters of a solution that is 45% acid. Jar B contains 5 liters of a solution that is 48% acid. And jar C contains 1 liter of a solution that is some unknown K% acid. From jar C, m over n liters of the solution is added to jar A, and the remainder of the solution in jar C is added to jar B. At the end, both jar A and jar B contain solutions that are 50% acid. Given that m and n are relatively prime, find k plus m plus n. Okay, so basically what happens is, when I add some of jar C to jar A and the rest to jar B, everything ends up being 50% acid, which means that if I combine all 3 of these, I'll get 50% acid solution that has 4 plus 5 plus 1, 10 total liters. So I have 4 times, let me write this as 0.45 of 45% acid, so there's this much acid in the first jar A. There is 5 times 0.48, 48% acid in jar B, and there is 1 times k%, that's k per 100, k over 100, in jar C, and in the end this all equals 10 liters at 50% acid. And we'll work this out, so 4 times 0.045 should give me 1.6 plus 0.2, 1.8. 5 times 0.48 will give me 5 times 0.4 is 2 times that, so 2.4. 1 times k over 100 is still k divided by 100. And this is still equal to, let's see, half of 10 is 5. So let's solve this equation to find k. So 1.8 plus 2.4 gives me 4.2. Plus k over 100 equals 5. Subtract 4.2 from both sides. K over 100 equals 0.8. Multiply by 100, so k is 80%. Okay? Or k is 80, we have the percent in there. Now, if k is 80%, we need to figure out how much at 0.8 will be added to one of these jars to make it work out. And let's see, which one's going to be easier, do we think? Let's go straight for jar A. So I know that I have, let's change colors here. Okay, so k is 80, we know that. Now we're looking for this m over n. And so we have how much in here to begin with? We have 1.8 time or plus, and I'm going to have m over n liters. I'm going to actually always treat this as a whole because it's going to be a fraction in the end, multiplied by that 0.8 for the percentage in jar C. And that should equal, I want 50% of the total, and this started off with 4, plus I'm adding m over n liters to this, and I want that at 50%. I'll just write 0.5 here, I'm running out of room. Okay, let's do some work on this. So I'll multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this 0.5. So 2 times 1.8 is 3.6. 2 times 0.8 is 1.6. 3.6 plus 1.6 m over n is equal to 4 plus m over n. Okay, I'm going to get all the m over n's to the left-hand side because I have more of them here, so I'll get a positive value for it. So I'll subtract m over n. I'll get 0.6 m over n on this side. And I will subtract 3.6, so 4 minus 3.6 gives me 0.4, and then divide both sides by 0.6, so m over n equals 0.4 divided by 0.6, and that's same as 4/6 is the same as 2/3. And all of this wording at the end, given that m and n are relatively prime positive integers, means positive and a reduced fraction. So m equals 2, n equals 3, k is 80. So my final answer, k plus m plus n, is going to be 80 plus 2 plus 3, which is 85, and written as the AIME wants us, that's going to be 0, 8, 5 when we bubble in, because we have to have all 3 digits.